The coin flip principle. Why direction matters more than destination. From the moment we're old enough to dream, the world begins to ask us the wrong question. What do you want to be when you grow up? Not, who are you becoming? Not, what kind of trajectory are you on? We're trained to aim at endpoints, titles, status, milestones, but in the grand architecture of life, the destination is a mirage. It's not where you're standing that defines you. It's where you're facing. That's the coin flip principle. Imagine your life as a vector on an infinite plane. It doesn't matter if you're at the origin or far into the positive axis. What matters is the angle, the direction of your motion. Someone high on the y-axis, rich in money or fame, but headed downward, they are in decline. Someone barely above zero, barely surviving, but pointed toward growth, they are ascending. This is the secret physics of the human soul. The derivative of your life, not your position, defines your reality. We glorify arrival. We underestimate momentum. Take two people. One has everything, status, wealth, admiration, but they've stopped asking questions. They've stopped expanding, stopped listening, stopped evolving. Their slope is now negative. It's decline in disguise. Another is lost, uncertain, rebuilding from ruin. They read, reflect, begin again. They step into discomfort. Their slope is steep. Their direction is true. The irony is the world rewards results, not trajectory, so we keep sprinting toward goals. Diplomas, promotions, relationships, thinking they are finish lines. But all they really are checkpoints in a simulation that never ends. Because life isn't a straight road. It's a dynamic system, a constantly shifting probability cloud. And your vector, not your location, determines your fate. In science, we call this the derivative, the rate of change, the velocity of becoming. Are you still rising? In a simulation-driven universe, one where perhaps reality renders only what you observe, this matters even more. Because if you focus only on the destination, the world shrinks to a single pixel. But if you orient toward growth, the map expands. The rendering engine gives you more. In relationships, too, the slope is everything. A 10-year friendship means little if it's been in quiet decay for 5. But a brand new connection that deepens daily, that's upward momentum. And in mental health, this principle becomes a lifeline. Someone depressed but healing, facing their fear, showing up to therapy, opening up. They are moving upward. Someone smiling but stagnant, ignoring their wounds, avoiding reflection. They are descending in disguise. Your trajectory is your truth. And that's the coin flip. Not the one you make between two choices, but the moment you realize the outcome you fixate on is less important than the direction you're facing when you choose it. Even the cosmos respects this. Entropy increases, energy moves in gradients, stars burn out unless their core pressure pushes back. You too are a field of motion. So ask yourself not, have I arrived? Ask dash, am I rising? Not, do I have enough? Ask dash, am I becoming more? Because here's the terrifying beauty. You can't always choose where you are. Life delivers chaos, accidents, loss, collapse, but you can always adjust your direction, tiny course corrections. One page read, one hard conversation faced, one destructive pattern abandoned, one act of courage repeated. This is how the vector shifts. And those micro adjustments, they compound. A 1% daily improvement sustained over a year doesn't make you 1.5x better. It makes you 37 times stronger. This is exponential ascent. The inverse is also true. 1% worse day after day, and eventually you collapse under the illusion of having stood still. The universe doesn't care about stasis. It only sees the slope. So you must become your own navigator. Forget the roadmap. Carry a compass. Let go of the pressure to arrive, and fall in love with the act of realignment. Even now, as you listen, your trajectory is shifting. This very moment is a new data point. You're not static. You're not a noun. You are a verb. An unfolding function, a recursive equation in the story of self. You will fail. You will fall. You will stagnate at times. That is not the point. The point is, did you turn back uphill? Did you pick up the pieces, not to rebuild what was lost, but to construct what has never been? In a universe where everything is in motion, the planets, the atoms, the galaxies, so must you be, not in speed, but in intention. Because in the end, direction is all you ever really had. And if you get it right, you'll find that becoming was always more beautiful than arriving.